Every few years, IT teams hit a wall. Your current storage hardware is aging out, maintenance contracts are getting expensive, and you have to map out a refresh cycle. You face a distinct choice: signing a massive CapEx check for another dedicated physical storage array, or pivoting to a software-defined hyper-converged model. Because these systems usually stay in the rack for 5 to 7 years, an architecture that lacks scaling flexibility or requires over-provisioning locks in performance bottlenecks and wasted budget for the life of the hardware. This choice defines the operational model for your entire data center, determining how much manual labor goes into every gigabyte you provision. This diagram shows the traditional storage area network, or SAN. This is a 3-tier architecture where your compute servers connect to a dedicated physical storage array, typically over a high-speed fiber channel network. Because that storage traffic has its own dedicated physical pathway, it is completely isolated from your standard compute workloads. VMware vSAN takes a completely different approach. It uses hyper-converged architecture, pooling the local storage drives already sitting inside your existing ESXi hosts. The hypervisor software aggregates all those individual disks into a single shared logical data store. That means the bulky external physical storage array is eliminated from the rack entirely. You are trading the brute force isolated bandwidth of dedicated hardware for the integrated efficiency of software. Physical SANs excel at raw throughput. If you run massive, high-transaction databases, that dedicated hardware prevents network contention and guarantees low latency. But scaling a SAN is rigid. If you run out of capacity, you often face expensive forklift upgrades or have to buy entirely separate hardware chassis for your compute and storage needs. This chart illustrates vSAN's scale-out capability. Adding a single node increases both your compute and your storage capacity simultaneously in predictable, linear steps. The trade-off is that your storage traffic must now share the main network infrastructure with your standard compute workloads. To prevent bottlenecks, vSAN requires you to use ready nodes, pre-certified hardware configurations that guarantee you have the exact network bandwidth and controller specs needed. You gain a predictable, lower CapEx growth model, provided you strictly follow VMware's hardware compatibility list. Managing a physical SAN means logging into proprietary vendor interfaces to carve up LUNs, format volumes, and manually map them back to your hosts. vSAN collapses those workflows. Storage management happens directly inside vCenter, giving your virtualization team a single interface for everything. This is the vCenter interface for Storage Policy-Based Management, or SPBM. This is how vSAN automates performance and redundancy rules. Instead of configuring static LUNs, administrators use this menu to assign rules, like disk stripes per object or failures to tolerate, dynamically to virtual machines. You remove storage management silos and save hours of operational time, while simultaneously committing your organization deeper into the VMware ecosystem. Long-term enterprise storage faces a constant silent threat known as bit rot, where data blocks slowly degrade and corrupt over time. Legacy arrays often require intensive manual scrubbing schedules or expensive proprietary software licenses to even detect these subtle errors. vSAN tackles this natively. A feature called Object Checksum is enabled by default to actively combat silent data corruption. When data is written, vSAN calculates a mathematical checksum and tags the block. When read back, the system validates it against the tag. If a mismatch is found, vSAN fetches a healthy replica and repairs the corrupted data on the fly. This continuous background validation adds about a 1 to 3% processing overhead. For mission-critical enterprise workloads, trading that tiny sliver of performance for guaranteed data integrity is a standard preference. Storage capacity is expensive, and network bandwidth is finite. Managing both is a daily operational challenge. vSAN addresses this with its Express Storage architecture. It uses a log-structured file system explicitly designed to compress data at the very top of the software stack. Look at how the data moves here. ESA shrinks data blocks before they transmit, significantly reducing consumed bandwidth. Once compressed, global deduplication scans the cluster to locate duplicate blocks and merges them, aggressively shrinking your final storage footprint. These software features yield massive space savings, relying on adaptive throttling. If your virtual machines suddenly demand heavy performance, vSAN will automatically pause background deduplication to protect your active applications. The choice between a physical SAN and vSAN comes down to isolation versus integration. Look at this decision matrix. If you operate a multi-hypervisor environment, or if you run massive legacy workloads that simply cannot tolerate shared resource latency, the physical SAN array remains your best option. Conversely, if your environment is built heavily on vSphere and your IT team needs the streamlined management of a single interface, hyper-converged vSAN is the clear winner. Financially, you are weighing a massive single upfront CapEx investment against the ability to buy small, incremental server nodes exactly when you need them. Evaluate your actual workloads, measure the operational bandwidth of your team, and build the architecture that fits your reality.